When you come across well in your professional online business image, as well as your outer appearance, you have the best shot at creating businesses and building business and personal relationships that can go in the most positive direction. And today, to that end, we're going to be talking with two experts on how to make a great professional impression. So I'd like to say hi to them. Hi, Angelica.
Hi, I'm Angelica G. Miller. I'm a social media manager. You can find me on angelicagmiller.com, and I'm located in Detroit, Michigan.
Welcome, Angelica, and hi, Purvi.
Hi, my name is Purvi Shah. I'm based in Chicago, and I am a hair and makeup artist and an image consultant. And my website is onpointimageconsulting.com.
Well, welcome, Purvi and Angelica. I'm super excited to have you here to talk about making that great professional impression. And to that end, what advice, and Angelica, I'll start with you. What advice can you share with our viewers about how to help them make that personal and professional impression with their online presence?
First of all, I feel that having great branding photos of you is so key. Selfies are fine, but you really need those crisp, professional photos that so you can share them on your website for one, because that's like really your first impression. So you do not want to put a selfie on there. You want those really professional pictures to highlight everything about you. And two other things are your branding colors. Make sure they really speak to the vibe that you're trying to put out there to your ideal audience. And then also making sure that your logo, you have a crisp logo. That is so important. I know a lot of us go for, doing it on Canva, and I love Canva, but sometimes you need to pay someone to make sure your professional logo looks professional.
So once you've got this initial presence going, is there anything that they should do to, on an ongoing basis, create that good impression?
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like doing videos, but when you're in your videos, make sure you're showing up as your professional self, your best self. It's not to say you have to look like you're in a ball gown or anything, but show up as your professional self. And you may have a few different outfits that you love that speak to your personality that comes across just really great to your audience.
Wonderful. And how does one come up with what topics that will be most resonant with their audiences?
One way to do that, polling your audience is one way to find out what they really want to hear from you. And then you could do webinars that also help. But one thing I love is pick a theme for the month. If you pick a certain theme, like you're going to talk about, I don't know, we're just going to go with the social media route. If you're going to talk about hashtag strategies for the entire month of August coming up, you're going to just have all kinds of different content that is specifically to a hashtag strategy. So whatever your industry is, pick those themes, and you can pick a theme from August through the end of the year. That way you're kind of not thinking about what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about next month? You already have that particular theme that you want to talk about.
I love this. So we could go on and on with all kinds of strategy online with your digital marketing and social media, but we do need to move on. And I know you're an expert, so we'll let people know how they can find you. But Purvi, Angelica said you need to have this professional image. So tell us about what advice you have to help people develop that great outer appearance and with their image online and offline.
I totally agree with Angelica. So in this day and time, we all are on cameras a lot. So we need to show up as the professional, the look professional and polished. And the one advice I would give is you need to keep your hair and makeup, everything in place. Your clothing should be in place. Your background should be looking very professional. So those are some of the tips I can definitely give.
So give us a makeup tip, because most of us think we know what we're doing with our makeup, those of us who wear makeup. But for the camera, how does that different for the in-person world?
Yes. So camera makeup is a little bit different than in person. So for camera, it's all about framing your face, like framing your eyes, framing your cheeks. It's not so much about the color. And sometimes people wear just a very light color, a lipstick or something that may make you look very washed out. So you really have to see what colors are showing up on the camera and your makeup too.
Great. Any other tips with what we should be wearing to give that polished image?
Sure. Any bright color, again, and not looking too washed out, not to be overwhelming at the same time. Wear a piece of jewelry, something that will complement with your outfit, and something with your hairstyle, like a pair of nice earrings or a scarf or something that will complement your outer, your dress.
And I've heard people say not to wear too much busy patterns. Is that something you agree with on camera?
Definitely, because you want the focus to be on you and not your accessories and not your clothing or your jewelry dangling in your ears, dangling earrings, things like that. So it is definitely something to keep it a little, polished and,
Wonderful. Yes, these are great tips. So what I love about both of what you're saying is be polished, have the makeup that highlights and accents your features, have the logo and the branding done in your business to match your professional image, and you're putting your best foot forward to really establish a good first impression and ongoing impression. There's a consistency that matters. And I know both of you would agree with that. So let's talk a little bit more about each of you. Tell me, Angelica, who do you work with and what do you do with them?
So I own a social AGM social media management boutique, and I work with authors and online business coaches. I help them amplify their brand's voice by telling their story in their authentic voice to catch the hearts and attention of the people they serve. And I love doing this. It is just an amazing thing to see, watching women come from, I'm frustrated with social media management, I don't have time to do it. We come in to partner with them to alleviate that pressure so they're able to do the more amazing things that they love to do.
And tell me, how did you come to this work?
So probably about 5-6 years ago, I was sitting outside waiting for my son from school to come out. And reality hit me when I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to be off to college in 4 years soon. What's my next? And this huge voice in my head said, what's your next? And I didn't want to be left behind 4 years from now. He's off to college and what am I going to do? So I just really started trying to figure out what was my next. And I knew there was something great in me that was supposed to come out into the world, and it's not in a bragging way. I just knew it was something great in me to help other people. And I love watching and working with women to see what they can share their gifts with the world and how they share their gifts. So after talking to friends and got business coaches and really started listening to, I'm sorry, I'm going to back up a little bit. So I started a virtual assistant business. And in that space, I started really realizing a lot of my clients were really just frustrated with social media because, they would spend 4 to 5 hours a week just on that and not in their business. So that's how my transformation happened. It started as just a virtual assistant business, but really listening to my clients and knowing my own frustrations also with social media management. It just was this natural fit for me.
Nice. Well, great. Thank you for the great work you do in helping people improve their image online and being able to express their message. Wonderful. And Purvi, tell us a little bit about you. Who do you work with and what do you do with them?
So I work with authors, speakers, and coaches, and I help them elevate their professional image. As I said, I'm a hair and makeup artist, so I help them with their outer appearance, with their clothing, jewelry, accessories, wardrobe, business etiquettes, communication skills, everything included. So I help them elevate their professional image.
And do you do that in one-on-one consulting or do you do it in group?
I do have a group program, and I also do it one-on-one consulting, and I do it virtually and in person as well.
Lovely. And how did you get into this work?
I have a long story. First of all, my mother was a beautician, and I saw, growing up, I saw her making all the transformations, because when she was doing her work, I saw the women getting a lot of confidence. And when you are confident, it's like an energy which is contagious. And your confidence is something the other person immediately gets it. So it was the transformation work that she did, and I was very much, inspired to do that work as well.
That's brilliant. I love that you bring up the confidence aspect, because when we talk about creating that professional impression, it really does stem from that confidence, and that can start with how you feel about your appearance. And when you can create that appearance online, as Angelica does with her clients, or in person and personally online, as Purvi you do, you are in a position to really leverage and get the most for your business. So thank you both for what you do. This is what we have here at Women Speakers Associations: talented women who are like your little secret weapons here. It gives you the edge on your business and your success in life. So I thought I'd have each of you share about Women Speakers Association and what benefits you're already receiving from that. Angelica?
First of all, just the community itself. And there has been some amazing women that I have been able to connect with and learn more about their platforms, and kind of just join their platforms, because they're also sharing some great information. And I understanding, having that support system to help me become a better speaker. I never thought I wanted to be a speaker, but this community is helping me and getting me more excited about it, and allowing me to be more confident in this arena. And then the last thing is just the wealth of information you deliver to us from day one, once we're in the community, is just phenomenal for me.
Well, we are especially blessed to have both of you here, and Angelica, thank you for that. And Purvi, tell us what is the benefit to you that you're seeing and the value of Women Speakers Association.
I have to say, I totally agree with Angelica. It's this support, the training, and the networking. Everything has made a tremendous difference in me.
Yes.
And helping my business grow my business.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here to give of yourselves in this process on our Women's Premier Show, because we love having your expertise in the community and sharing it out with everyone. And if those of you watching are interested in getting your message out and helping more people, please visit us at joinwsa.com. And if you're thinking of being a speaker or want to get a little roadmap for your speaker success, we have the Speaker Success Plan at speakersuccessplan.com. And you can put your toe in the water with us by downloading that ebook from us. And we will see you next week with our next edition of the Women's Premier Show here at Women Speakers Association. Thank you so much, Purvi and Angelica. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.